Hey you guys, welcome to your weekend edition, Love in General reading. This is for the element of Earth. So if you're Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, these messages are for you for the weekend of October 4th through the 6th, 2024. So I want to thank you guys for all your love and support. Please keep in mind these are general, so they may or may not resonate. If you're looking for your individual sign reading, be sure to join me on Patreon. If you want a personal reading, be sure to email me first. All right, so the overall energy, we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Hermit. We've got the Seven of Swords. We have the Two of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Fool, the Three of Cups, and Judgment. Okay, so kind of off the bat, I'm getting that someone is keeping tabs on you. Someone is trying to find out what you've been up to. Are you single? Did you have any children? Somebody is trying to find out information about you. It could be someone new, but it's likely a past person. And I feel that this person has an advantage over you as far as, you know, they're able to see you from a way that you can't see them. Now, this could be reversed. You could be the one that is somehow able to find out all this information about somebody and watching them from a distance. But yeah, there is some watching going on. But I feel like somebody is really thinking about, should they approach you? Would they waste their time? Is it worth it to initiate communication with you, especially if this is past? Because it seems like there's a reconciliation on the way. And you and somebody from the past are likely going to get back together to catch up. Even if not necessarily in a romantic way, but like a friendship way. Or maybe you tell them that you're not interested, but you know, y'all could be friends or something. But I do feel like this person, they're going to come forward. I feel like they have a plan in place. Maybe they know how they should approach you because they've been watching or analyzing for a while. And I feel like they are going to reach out to you when you least expect it. It seems like this person just wandered into your life, or something might come off as coincidence, but I really feel like I said, they've been watching. Yeah, I kind of feel that you might come off as innocent or naive in a situation. So, another scenario I'm getting is that there's something that you've been wanting to do, and maybe you've been hesitant, or not out of fear, but just being analytical and just wanting to make sure that, again, something was going to be worth it if you do this. And so it does seem that you decide that you want to pursue your dreams or something. You're like, I want to do this. I want to go after my dream job. Or I said I was going to travel abroad. I want to do that. So whatever it is, I feel like you are, you know, off to go doing it. You're like, okay, I'm ready. And so it seems like, you know, you go ahead and you're doing something out of love because, and then you're also doing it without, I don't know, like you've thought about it enough. I don't think it's like you don't know what you're doing. It's just that it's brand new, whatever this is. People might look at you as if you don't know what you're doing, or like, oh my God, they're crazy. Did you think this out? Did you think it through? You don't know what you're getting into. And I feel like you really don't care. about what other people have to say, because you already made up your mind that this is what you want to do and you're doing it. I feel like you've already, sorted out all the details, and now it's just time to do it. So it looks like you didn't think about it, but you did. You're just ready. You're tired of thinking about it. Whatever you venture off to do, you're going to meet other like-minded people. So it could be that you end up making some new friends, or you start networking with people who share the same passion. Maybe you guys are starting to talk about, oh, we should do this. We should put this together. We should start meeting up on this day. Or, it just seems like you really establish a nice bond with some people. And this is like your soul tribe. Something seems like coincidence, but it's not. It's all by design. You also might be looking into astrology and you're like, well, since I know, how the stars are going to play out, how the stars are aligned, I know about this transit and that transit, so this is what I'm going to do. And maybe it is, in a sense, like, well, yeah, because you understand the stars, but I still feel like it's by design. Like, it's like you feel like you have a sense of control, but it's like you were still destined to do this on this day. And yeah, I feel like you are going to be having fun. This is the people that you meet or connect to. I feel like you guys are also finishing where you left off in a previous life. Maybe you guys said you would find each other, like, I'm going to meet up with you next lifetime. And so you all finally come together. Everything is also in alignment, or the conditions are right for everything to just like come together. So this is why it's happening now. And there may be some unfinished business, maybe you guys were meant to start a business together. Or you just had a friendship that is everlasting, but it's like to be continued. Like it stopped in that previous life, but when you come back into this life, maybe you're different characters, different people, but you still end up all coming back together and picking up where you left off. Yeah. I feel like you also are all about, like, again, like pursuing this dream of yours. And maybe you're trying to figure out, how much money you have, especially if this is something like leisure time, like let's say it's about going abroad or something. And so you have just enough in your savings to do XYZ, to get an apartment and find a job before your savings starts to run out. So I feel like you're also having to analyze and strategize how you're going to get by for the next month or so once you go off to this new place. Yeah. I don't know. I just kind of feel like everything is in alignment and things are going to turn out just fine for you. Now, of course, if this doesn't unfold within the weekend, this is something that may be happening in the further out in the future for you. Maybe it's just something that's on your mind, or it's the birth of the idea of what you're wanting to do. And and it might even seem like the idea just came to you, but really it's like it's been sitting there just dormant, and then something activates it and you remember. You're like, I remember. Well, it might not feel like a memory or a deja vu, but I mean, it might feel more like a deja vu, where it's just like I've done this before, or this is I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be at this moment. I don't know. It just seems like these flashbacks are coming to you. So might experience something very um, metaphysical or spiritual this weekend. Now, also, if this is about you dating, it could be that you've been trying to see if you're ready to put yourself back out there. So this is a different scenario from the being watched. This is more so about you. Let's say you joined a dating app and you didn't really want to create too much of a profile, or you make a fake profile just to kind of at least see what's out there before you commit to it, and then maybe you go back and redo your profile or change some things and make it real, and because you see some potential people, but at first you just wanted to like see what was out there without somebody actually knowing who you were or whatever. So now that you feel like, okay, this app seems decent, I guess I'll go ahead and join it. Seems like you might go ahead and do that, and just kind of get your feet wet when it comes to dating again, especially if you've been single for a while. Now, it also seems like something was going on where you were torn, or you couldn't decide. You were going back and forth with something, and this is you finally coming to make some sort of decision. There could be something significant in regards to a water sign or another earth sign. Seems like you're also focused on new career moves, like you're doing something new with your career. Either you're going into a new career, if you have a business, maybe you're making some sort of changes, some new changes, or maybe you're just changing your website. Even if this is about you altering your career, I feel like it's so much more, it's so much bigger than that. Um, it's going to take you on a different type of path that you didn't anticipate happening. You might feel inspired after seeing someplace tropical, whether you saw it on TV, on the internet, or what do you call it? Or you visited. It just seems like now you're inspired by this tropical place. If you've been depressed for a while, I feel like you're ready to move on from that. And you're just kind of ready for the new. Either way, it seems like you're going to go back to something that you're familiar with, or that you said you were going to do a long time ago. If you're not focused on love, it still seems like it can happen out of the blue. Um, like you're not looking for it, but you walk into it. Also, if you're trying to avoid like sexual encounters, I don't know, it seems like you still kind of miss it. It just keeps seeming like you walk into something by accident, a friendship, a relationship. It seems like you're trying to start off on one path. It wasn't your intentions, but you end up connecting with someone. Or someone wanders into your life and you just kind of realize that you guys have got to be soulmates because you feel like this instant comfort around them. Now, the negative side of this is that someone could unexpectedly end up in a third party situation. Or maybe someone is playing innocent, like, oh, we're just friends. But knowing that there are some romantic feelings developing. I feel like you're also trying to do some research. Maybe you're trying to research somebody before you date them. Or maybe you're doing research on a group before you join it. Or like I said, you see some place that you wanted to visit, so you're doing like a lot of research on this place before you actually go. Um, I feel too like some old problem might resurface in regards to either family, or like I said, you end up in some sort of love triangle, and it might be like a not again moment. Kind of like, see, this is why I don't date, because I was trying to avoid this or get away from this type of situation happening. And it might be that there is some sort of pattern that just keeps happening where you find yourself in that situation again. You don't want to be in it. Another thing I'm getting is that there may be some legal matters that need to be fulfilled, that you need to take care of. It's like, hey, like you need to take care of this. It's like you keep getting reminders that you need to take care of something. And it seems like it may have to do with legal matters. Maybe it's about updating your license. Or maybe it's in regards to some sort of child custody or filing paperwork for court or something. But it does seem like something pops up again and it's just like, hey, remember you're supposed to do this. I also feel like something is a reminder about either something that happened in the family or how family used to be. Could be about, I don't know, reminding yourself that you were in love with this person. I don't know. I just kind of feel like something reminds you. And it could be an air sign or a fire sign, but you're just like, man, I remember this person, or I remember when we were talking about this, or this person reminds me of my fire sign or my air sign. It seems like a little bit of a painful reminder that you might experience. Or maybe there's a desire to have some kind of closure. There may be an opportunity for forgiveness. If talking about finances, there could be an opportunity for debt forgiveness. All right, so let's move on to the energy cards. All right, additional messages for earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, you have Temple Path, 6th Chakra, Archangel Metatron, Storm Warning, overall energy Deceit. So for some of you, it's looking like being baited to go on a certain path. And I think that was even, what was that? I think that was Taurus reading about something being spiritual bait. But it could be a situation where you are being baited to get on a certain path, and then you realize that, you know, this is what was supposed to happen. I'm also seeing that someone might get some sort of a premonition about storms that are coming, either literal storms or just like some sort of shakeup in the universe. Seeing like destruction or something. Now this also made me think of a prophet. I don't know if someone is coming off as like a false prophet. I don't know if you're seeing someone as being like a ripoff or like a false prophet, or finding out that somebody's been getting their information from someone else but pretending like they're the ones that's been picking this information up. I feel like there is destruction coming. Maybe in regards to your beliefs. Something might shake your beliefs. Maybe you suddenly stop believing in twin flames, or like the spiritual path that you've been on. Like, you're like, I don't believe in this anymore. Like, something might happen that kind of destroys your beliefs about things. Also, one of your gifts might be activated in some way. But maybe the way it happens is very unexpected, or maybe it's kind of traumatizing. It's just like, I don't want to see this, or I don't want to hear that. Like some sort of spiritual gift might become activated, but it's overwhelming for you. You also might be visited by a goddess or something that is supposed to be symbolic of destruction. If you're into asteroids, maybe you're looking at an asteroid that represents that. You also might have to take shelter if there is some sort of bad storm out where you live. You might be out shopping and then you get caught in it. All right, so hopefully these messages help, but feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.